because your life goes by fast enough.
Hi, I'm Dread, and this is my channel. I do sci-fi, fantasy, classic, and survival games, and lots of roleplay. I'm just here to do what I love, and hopefully some of you are entertained by it. Hey, if you are, leave a like on the video. I also have Mist Valley Discord, link is in the description below. And now, back to the games that I love.
Because your life goes by fast enough. Why not slow the pace with Mist Valley Gaming?
The question I pose to you is, why should you want to watch me play Baldur's Gate 3? And I'm going to shoot off the cuff here and tell you a little bit about my history with Baldur's Gate. When Baldur's Gate, the original, came out, I discovered it probably about a month to a month and a half after it originally launched. Baldur's Gate was one of the most important games to ever hit PC gaming. They so underestimated what it was going to sell. It's not funny. It put BioWare on the map. It put Black Isle Studios on the map. And it changed RPG gaming for all time. You can't talk about role play games, and fantasy gaming without talking about Baldur's Gate. It is impossible. You can't do it. When this game came out, the original, I played it, and I played it over and over and over. I wore out the CDs because, back then, kids, they came with CDs. You had to put them in, plug them in. There's like 6 discs to get through a whole game this size. And I bought the game 6 different times. If I go back to my bookshelf and look where I've got my video games, and it's kind of tucked away right now, but I know where it is. I actually still have a Baldur's Gate original game in the original box, still plastic wrapped, never opened. Because the last 2 times I bought Baldur's Gate, I bought 2 at a time. 2 copies each because I knew I was going to wear them out again, so I wanted to just grab a second one. And I ended up having one that I never got to open. My love of Baldur's Gate came about because I had been reading the manuals for Dungeons and Dragons. The creature manuals and the whole Dungeon Master manuals and everything else. I've been reading those, although I didn't play very much of sitting around a table playing Dungeons and Dragons, only a very little. Still fascinated by it. I read a lot of books, especially the books by R.A. Salvatore, the Icewind Dale series, etc., etc., etc. Drizzt Do'Urden, the Dark Elf. We can go on and on. I read a ton of the books. I was really into that kind of thing. I was into Conan as well. But when this game came out, yeah, it fueled my passion for gaming that I didn't have up till that time. I played a few games, a lot of text-based games and other things. Hadn't really played a lot, other than some stuff in the arcade until this came out. And then I knew I needed a good computer that I could run computer that could run these games, and I wanted to find more like it. And there were more like it. There was Baldur's Gate 2. There was Baldur's Gate Shadows of Amn, which was 2. Throne of Ball, which was the kind of expansion ending to the whole story at the time. We had Icewind Dale 1 and 2, which were awesome games. Once again, I wore those suckers out a lot. I actually had a couple of times playing Icewind Dale 1 and 2 where the computer was not handling everything, and it heated up the CD, and the CD actually shattered inside my computer. I bought these games multiple times. Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2. I went over to a game slightly outside of the Dungeons and Dragons realm, but still, in the periphery with Arcanum of Steamwork and Magix Obscura, fascinating game about a fantasy land that hits the Industrial Revolution. And most of these games I played through and finished, and then played them again, and played them again, and played them again, and played them again, and played them again. And as a current gamer, I don't finish a lot of games because I get sidetracked by other games that come out. Ooh, a new shiny, right? And I drop the ones I'm currently working on, and I never a lot of times go back to them. These are games that if I had a CD drive in my computer right now, I would go back to it. I also bought the enhanced editions too of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, as well as Siege of Dragonspear, which was all put out by Beamdog. They're kind of reissue and tying the games together. Siege of Dragonspear was basically a short game with some new characters that basically tied Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2 together, so you could start Baldur's Gate 1, play it, continue playing through the end through the Siege of Dragonspear, and then pick right up with Baldur's Gate 2 and play it all the way through, never having to actually stop. Quite incredible work they did, Beamdog. Hats off to them. Kept the games very, very original, though. Baldur's Gate 3 has me pretty damn excited, people. Why you should watch me play this is because if you could find anyone who actually has more experience with these games and more passion for them, follow them. Watch them by all means, because those kind of people are a treasure. And it takes some of us who are a little bit older now a lot of times, a lot of us who are older and played these games, we don't game as much anymore. Someone like me with my gaming channels, I'm a little bit of the exception, but I'm starting to slow down lately. I'm just not able to keep up with everything. I'm feeling the time crunch for everything. But besides that, like a lot of people just if they're not into gaming again, they might get back into it, but you're not going to be able to necessarily follow them on YouTube or Twitch or wherever. And I guess I'm not I'm not completely alone in this by any means. I'm not saying I'm the only person who has these kind of feelings for Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, etc., has played them the amount that I have. I'm not the only one. I know that. Who has bought them the amount I have. I know that. I still have all those games on my bookshelf. Like I say, I don't have a CD player on my computer anymore because hey, guess you got to specially order that now. Um, but I just I tell you, I know I'm not the only one, but I'm telling you, I have the experience with these games and the passion for them. Um, Maybe you could get something out of it other than you would get out of the people who, no offense to them, but normally want to speed run through their games or whatever. This is a different kind of game than that. You may eventually find those people doing speed runs at Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm sure that'd be fascinating, and I might watch a few of those when they come out. But these are the kind of games you take your time at. You explore every single area you can. You test the dialogue with different characters. You find out what you can and can't do, and you enjoy the journey. Baldur's Gate 3, people. Enjoy the journey. Come enjoy the journey with me. Uh, Trent and I, Trent and I are going to do something special. We we're going to do something where our character is going to cause some mishaps. They're definitely going to be selfish, and you're not really going to be able to tell what they're going to do at any given moment. So we hope that keeps things happening a little bit more. But I expect the game itself to just be a joy to play and to watch. I encourage you, if you haven't decided to purchase it yet, give it a thought. Give it a hard thought to purchasing Baldur's Gate 3. I hear it's right now over 721,000 people playing the game Baldur's Gate 3 on Steam in a single day. That's amazing. That is Larian Studios, amazing work. By the way, I'm a big Larian Studios fan too, and I loved Divinity Original Sin 2. Bought a couple other games, but never actually got around to playing them yet. But that one was amazing, and I totally trust Larian with what they're doing with the Baldur's Gate franchise. Completely trust them. I enjoyed the early access. I'm a person who quit the early access before I finished the early access because I didn't want to. I didn't want to spoil any more of the story. Just like I'm not watching anybody else right now play Baldur's Gate 3, I'm playing it and I'm gonna see it as it goes, as I go through it. So that's my thing, people. If you want to see someone with passion and experience with this game and these type of games play them, come check out Mist Valley Gaming because very, very, very soon we're gonna have some Baldur's Gate 3 coming to the channel. Like I say, Trent and I hope you'll enjoy our little bit of wackiness with it. I've got several characters planned, but we're definitely going with with the edgy kind of not sure what they're gonna do, not really necessarily a good person character first. So we expect much mayhem. We are going to try to break the game. I don't know that we're going to be able to, but we're going to try to break the game, and we're going to probably watch the game several times break us. So it should be a great amount of fun, more fun than any game that I've been looking forward to playing in many years. So with that, this is why you should consider watching Dread from Mist Valley Gaming play Baldur's Gate 3, coming soon to you. Everybody, I'm Dread. I'm your Mist Lord. This here is Trent, and we do our best to entertain you, and we take things nice and slow and easy, and have a hell of a lot of fun. And we're pretty irreverent and disrespectful, but we're also the exact opposite of that at the same time. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you all so much. Bye bye.